Today, we are going to be rebuilding Inter Milan from FIFA 14 all the way to FC 24. Inter Milan won their 20th Scudetto this season, and in celebration of that, why not go back? Here is the Inter Milan team as it was back in 2014, specifically about halfway through 2013. How about this for a throwback? Javier Zanetti is still part of this team, but he's 39 years old. Oh, and also shout out to Diego Milito, still here as well. And like plenty of iconic names, bro, of course. But you know the drill, people. We're going to sign and sell players in FIFA 14, and at the end of the season, we're going to take the exact team over with us to FIFA 15. And we'll keep doing that all the way to FC 24, so be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and let's begin. Looking at the finances, it's actually not that much for Inter Milan. I would have thought a bit more, 25 million. But one thing we're going to do to just start off this rebuild is prevent the sales of 4 players that left Inter Milan the previous season. Get ready for some bloody iconic names, okay? Julio Cesar, of course, went to QPR, but I would rather he not go and end up in the championship. Maicon is 31 years of age, but 79 rated. That's actually not bad for a fullback. Wesley Sneijder, 84 overall, 29 years of age. I know that might not last for long, but I'd love to hang on to him still. And the final player I want to keep is Coutinho. Yeah, Coutinho, of course, used to play for Inter Milan. He then went to Liverpool, did pretty well. But all 4 of these men we are going to hang on to, and let's see if we can get them in the starting 11. I might throw out Kovacic for Wesley Sneijder. I'm sure in, due time, Kovacic will come back into the team. Coutinho can play left midfield, so I'm going to remove Nagatomo. And between Julio Cesar and Handanovic, honestly, Handanovic is better, so I'm probably going to keep him. I'm also going to trial playing Maicon at right midfield. I feel like he should be able to handle it, which does mean Javier Zanetti's on the bench, and we'll see how that goes. By the way, speaking of Argentinians, bloody Mauro Icardi is here too. And I'll just get a handful of other players transfer listed to see if we can sell them on. Christian Chivu, for example, I mean, decent overall, not starting and old. So I'm also going to sell who I believe to be the most Balkan man I have ever seen in my life. The face and the name, everything. Zdravko Kuzmanovic, bro. Like, seriously? This man would live in Adidas tracksuits. Mariga can go, just clear in the books. And yeah, nice. We got the transfer budget up over 30 million. But after selling those players, assembling a bit of a short list, this is what I have got, ladies and gentlemen. Few names, yes. How's Allison for 140k? I reckon we could go with a younger goalkeeper. A lot of our keepers are above 30. He looks like a future star. I'm going to have to pay, almost $500,000. I'll just grit my teeth and do it then, I suppose. I got 3 centre-backs here, Marquinhos, Romagnoli, and Willy Orban. And honestly, I wouldn't mind going for Marquinhos now, if I can. No, he just joined PSG, so we can't get him. That's a bit of a bummer. Not a problem, though, for Romagnoli. We can get him. And Orban from Kaiserslautern, I reckon just, $500,000 should maybe do the job. That's not too bad. You know what else isn't bad? Getting Paulo Dybala for about 2 to 3 million. Whoa, I might walk that back. It might cost about 5 to 6, but still. I might include Nagatomo as part of the deal, but probably still going to need to chuck in about, 4 mil or so. Domenico Berardi out wide on the right-hand side would do nicely. I would have gone for Berardi, but he's actually on loan currently, so we can't get him. And I think it's the exact same for Lukaku. He's on loan at Everton from Chelsea, but I've got my eye on those 2 as well. But how insane is this? We're going to sign Allison, Romagnoli, Willy Orban, and Paulo Dybala in the one window. Yeah, these players aren't quite exactly the high overalls that I know eventually they are going to get to, but take time. They will be phenomenal. We have got now another young Brazilian goalkeeper to eventually replace Julio Cesar. But let's begin simulating the first season of the 10-year rebuild. Inter Milan only managed a 5th place finish in Serie A this season. What do we do after all our big moves? Well, we put up a really, really good fight in our first season. To get 91 points and only lose once is fantastic to start off with. But it doesn't mean anything when Juventus win 30 games and lose none. We can't win the Italian Cup. That was also won by Juventus. And are you goddamn kidding me? Look who won the Champions League. They've gone and done a treble. This is who we're facing. Prime Juventus when they were walking Serie A. I'm actually very happy with how this Inter Milan team did this season, but it wasn't enough for any silverware. We are going to have to fight pretty hard to beat Juve. Here's what the bench looks like. Here are your reserves. And now let's head on over to FIFA 15. And before we continue on, people, I just again want to let you know that this video is brought to you by Matchmasters. As I'm sure some of you know, Matchmasters and myself have matched up and we've been working together over the last month. I put out the challenge to face one of you in a game of Matchmasters and I have my opponent, Chunky Monkey 11. And here's how the match went down. Waiting. Oh, hello, Chunky Monkey 11. Let's do this. All right, I'll go with this one. Give me that. Oh my God, I'm getting given nothing. Yeah, this is not going well for me, I don't think. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. I'm like 50 points down now. All right, thank God we get this. Cool. I'm gonna use the booster straight away, thank you. Where does that get us? Oh, we're back in front. Oh my God, I choked on that one. I think I'm actually toast here. Oh my God, I'm done for again. Yep, nah, it's finished. Okay, well played, Chunky Monkey 11. So congratulations, Chunky Monkey 11, but I still have something very cool to share with you. Matchmasters and I are giving away a PlayStation 5 to one of you. For the chance to win the PlayStation 5, simply download Matchmasters yourself using the link in the description. Play your way through the game and get up to 300 trophies. Thank you once again, Matchmasters, for supporting the channel over the last month, and let's get back on into it. Now this season, a lot of players left Inter Milan, and pretty much all of them for nothing. Esteban Cambiasso went to Leicester. You had Diego Milito going back to Argentina. Walter Samuel left as well. And the great Javier Zanetti retired as well. So he may be gone, but we still have players like Cambiasso. We still have Diego Milito. And despite losing a few legends, we've added in one with Nemanja Vidic coming in from Manchester United for free. And Marcelo Brozovic ends up coming to Inter Milan as well, only 70 rated. Definitely hanging on to him long term. You'll notice Alisson isn't actually in the team after we just signed him last season. That's because he's not going to show up again until like FIFA 16 or 17. So I need a temporary third choice goalkeeper. You know what? Mike Maignan, this young fella from PSG, only 56 rated, but you know, just to get him in for the sake of it. Worth a whopping £60,000. Or maybe I'll just use this as an opportunity to get a younger player in. We'll trade the 30 rated Carrizo, you know, 2.8 mil for a 60k worth player. I reckon that's a good deal. Hopefully that good faith in the negotiating with PSG helps me land Marquinhos. I would be very keen to pick this man up as well. Hugo Campagnaro plus maybe 10 million. I mean, maybe that gets it done. And I'd love to go for Romelu Lukaku, but unfortunately he just signed to Everton, so I probably can't get him until maybe FIFA 16. Got an offer here for Jonathan, dropped to 74. We can sell him on, so a Brazilian does actually end up leaving this club. And yes, we are going to get Marquinhos, and Maignan's also accepted his contract. How good to get these lads in, but especially Marquinhos. 2 Brazilians and a Serb. The new Brazilian Marquinhos slotting in nicely. I've done the math, by the way. We have 6 Brazilians in this team. But anyway, this Inter Milan side didn't have a great go of it in Serie A in real life this season. They came in 8th place. After we nearly won the league in our very first season of the rebuild, what will we do in the second season? Well, this time we fall away from where finishing the last season, so we only come in 4th this time versus 2nd, but again, Juventus is on top. Didn't make the League Cup final in Italy either, and as for our Champions League run, well, yeah, I can't even see us. I don't even think we got out of the groups. Holy crap, we came bottom of the group. That is horrendous. Yeah, not good at all. Very disappointing. Can we hope for better things in FIFA 16? Again, an obscene amount of transfers away for Inter Milan. This time it was Mateo Kovacic going to Real Madrid. You've got Xherdan Shaqiri going to Stoke City. And then like another 10 players going for like 3 to 4 million each. It's like it was a joke. Also a pretty obscene number of players in this season as well. And I'm only going to copy a couple. We're going to sign Jeffrey Kondogbia, and we're also going to sign Miranda from Atletico Madrid. Miranda doesn't exactly help out our aging problem of this team, but he's too good to turn down. 84 rated. And again, it's just another Brazilian into the squad. Icardi has moved up in place of Milito at, don't know why I was having a stroke halfway through saying that, but yeah, another Argentinian for another Argentinian up top. But of course, he is the only player in the starting 11 below an 80 rating, and let's see if we can change that. I might finally make the move for Romelu Lukaku, 14.5 million. And honestly, if it gets a bit crazy, that could be the majority of our budget gone. Cambiasso plus maybe 18 million. Whoa, they're gone ahead and accepted. Okay, Cambiasso will be going to the Premier League in this one as well, and we finally sign Romelu Lukaku. And we also now finally have an all 80 rated starting 11. We've only got about 8 million left. I don't see how Domenico Berardi is going to happen. Well, maybe there is a way for me to still get Berardi. I have an idea. I'm going to adjust the wage bill just a little bit, maybe get it to about, 12 million. The centre back, Andrea Ranocchia, we're not going to really need in the future, so I'll add him plus 12 million. If that does not work, I don't see how we're going to get him. Oh, and they've gone ahead and accepted it. How about that? Well, I'm going to pretty much spend everything that we have left, but Domenico Berardi comes to Inter Milan. It'll be Berardi versus Shaqiri for that right winger position, and I feel like I know who's going to win it in the long run. But either way, nice. Liking the look of this team. I hope it will not struggle to compete again in Serie A this season. We had a stinker last season, only just qualified for Champions League. Bloody came 4th in our group. Please don't let that happen again. Can we get our first trophy? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I knew that this team looked good, and now it's on top of the table. Not by a little bit either. With a game in hand, we are ahead of Juventus. They cannot catch us. We have won our 20th Scudetto already in 2016. Cross from Lukaku is not ideal. Oh, he's found the target though. You can argue with the rat tail, but you cannot argue with the result. I mean, honestly, what was going through his mind when he thought that was a good idea? I love how the result actually doesn't matter at all, but I really don't want us to lose. Oh, well, that's right at the keeper. Way to throw it away. Just boot the thing clear, and that should be, oh my God, there is no keeper. What was I thinking? Of course, we could pretty much walk it in. Let's do it, running it in with the worst haircut in the world, Palacio. He finishes it. But we do get the win on the final day. We will win our first Serie A title of the rebuild, and we've only gone and won it like, gosh, 8 years before the real life Inter Milan did it. There we go, 2016, hoisted up by Captain Nemanja Vidic. I don't know how long he'll stick around for, but nice little ensemble we've got together already. We had no luck in the Italian Cup, and unfortunately we didn't have any luck in the Champions League either. But after 3 seasons, we have our first trophy. Serie A tick. Now we need to start working toward getting that Champions League. Let's move over to FIFA 17. Again, plenty more transfers away from Inter Milan, but no real big transfers, just a bunch of free transfers and players worth like 4 or 5 mil. The biggest one to leave was probably just Juan Jesus, who ended up going to Roma. As for the insane amount of players they brought in this season, I can recreate. We'll go with Ivan Perisic for one, and Eder Banega, who will bring in as well. They are both good enough to start in this Inter Milan side in FIFA 17. And by the way, we have lost so many players that are no longer in FIFA. Maicon is gone. Freddie Guarin is gone. Milito is gone. Finally, Alisson is back. But aside from that, the team's looking a bit light. We could maybe do with another defender to try to get the starting 11 back up to an all 80 rating. So I'm going to go ahead and make a signing, which might surprise some of you. But trust me, there's genius in this. It's Pepe. I want to see if I can take Pepe off of Real Madrid. His contract expires in 12 months, so we should be able to get him on the cheap. Yeah, between 13 and 18 million and 88 rated. I'm going to go with 15 million plus Marco Andreoli just to get the job done. I reckon this could be brilliant. Normally, it's not the smartest thing in the world to sign a 33-year-old, but Pepe at 40 in real life right now is still going at a pretty high level. So we are going to sign one of the best centre backs in the game. We're going to seriously improve our defense, and we have got a guy here that I know is going to remain about an 80 plus overall throughout the whole rebuild. I'm also going to make the move for a younger midfielder just to sort of freshen up that area. His name is Frankie de Jong, and apparently he'll only cost us like 2 million. What a bargain. Only 66 rated. I hope that that will soar in overall very, very soon. But there we have it. We got Lukaku, we got Dybala up to an 85 overall. Now, of course, I don't even think I mentioned that. All 80 rated team. could we go back-to-back in Serie A? Could we maybe even challenge for Champions League with a team that good? I don't think it's impossible, you know, so let's see what we can do. But again, we go back-to-back in Serie A. Juventus once more have been triumphed. We're still unable to get it together in the cup competitions, though. Both the Italian Cup and the Champions League, we got dumped out again really early in the knockouts on pens. We may have picked up a few injuries which didn't exactly help our cup cases, but regardless though, when are we going to finally start getting into the final of some of these trophies? Maybe hopefully next season can we go for a three-peat of Serie A titles? That would be nice as we move over to FIFA 18. Once again, you know, just plenty, like a ridiculous amount of transfers away for Inter. One of the bigger ones being maybe Rodrigo Palacio left, so finally the rat tail's gone. Technically not yet, we still have him, but for how much longer? Some fairly good players were brought in though, like Borja Valero's not a bad option, and neither, to be fair, was Stefan Jovetic, but I'm probably not going to go for those two. Instead, who I'm going to go for is Milan Skriniar, who they signed from Sampdoria for about 34 million and only 74 rated. Wow. But they clearly saw something in him because he is not a bad pickup. Someone I'm definitely going to keep. Really happy with the overall of pretty much the entire starting 11, the bench, the substitutes, you know, almost an all 80 rated bench as well still. But of course, we can always still make additions, and I'm going to do one here with Lautaro Martinez, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're going to try to sign him to Inter a little bit earlier. I also can't help but notice that a certain Fikayo Tomori, still at Chelsea and still only 19 years of age, has a $1.3 million release clause. Oh my God, I'm going to eat that up. I don't pay a lot of release clauses, but I am damn sure going to do it right here. So we are going to sign up a man that would eventually go to AC Milan, not in this timeline. I'm also going to try to trade one Argentine for another, Palacio for Lautaro Martinez. But it looks like they're not going to go for it though. They want a centre back. How about Rolando, the Portuguese, you know, nearly or in his 30s? That plus 5 million. Hey, all right. Well, you know what? I think we can do that. Tomori is in then, and so too is Lautaro Martinez. Just wait. They will find their way into the starting 11 at some point. We are going for a third straight Serie A title. I would love to make a cup final, whether that be the Italian Cup or the Champions League, especially the Champions League. A third straight year where we win Serie A. We have got the Scudetto in the palm of our hands and we're not letting go. Despite our Italian dominance, it's not translating to the Coppa Nazionale, and it doesn't translate to Champions League either. But it seems like we're getting closer, I suppose. We made the quarterfinals this time. God, that team just looks ridiculous though, doesn't it? I know some players are going to fall off a little bit, but I feel like we have a good window of at least 2-3 years where we really should hopefully make at least one final. One Champions League final, man. But either way, let's go to FIFA 19. This season here, we again saw plenty more names leaving Inter Milan. Some of the bigger ones being, of course, Kondogbia going to Valencia, Davide Santon, who we let go of friggin', or never brought in actually, he went to Roma. They brought in, on a free, Stefan de Vrij from Lazio. Great pickup, we'll get him. Lautaro Martinez actually joined this season, but of course, we've already got him. And the other signing they picked up, also from Roma, was Raja Niangalan. What a signing he is, 85 rated, immediately straight in the midfield. Hell yeah, we'll keep on to him. Not a bad replacement for Wesley Sneijder, who is now no longer in FIFA. That is such a good looking starting 11. Honestly, we are 185 midfielder away from having an all 85 rated starting 11. Who is this, by the way, that they signed from Atalanta? Is that Bastoni now in as well? Honestly, the list of centre backs we have is nuts. One player or one position I might sign this season though, technically Ivan Perisic, despite being 85 rated, is more of a left midfielder than a right midfielder. He isn't preferred to play there, and we don't actually have a right mid in the team at all. And these are the options that I have, quite a few. We have Di Maria, we have Ousmane Dembele, and we've also got Riyad Mahrez, about the same overall as each other, and probably going to be about the same overall for quite a while. Mahrez, of course, just recently joined, so we can't get him. Di Maria looks like he'll set us back just under 70 million, but Dembele is going to cost us knocking on the door of 100 100 million. Our budget is only 52. So I think we can almost forget about Dembele. They're coming back with 68 million then. I'm going to hit them back with 60 million and they're still not keen on it, man. Damn. What about a hefty sell-on clause? We may never sell him, but what about it? They're going to go for it. They're just going to go for it. So I'm going to swap out Perisic for Angel Di Maria. He'll play on the right wing. We've got Coutinho at left wing. Seriously, lads, what a team we have now with Di Maria in it too. A Champions League final has got to be possible for a team this good. Hopefully, you know, at the very least, we got to be a lock for another Serie A title. Another Serie A title. This one we walk just again so easily. 4 in a row. Once again, no Coppa Nacional final appearance. Don't know what's going on, but we just can't get to the final of it. However, we can get to the final of the Champions League. We are taking on Barcelona. This team eventually had to make a final of the Champions League. It finally has, though Marquinhos will not be taking part in it. We'll get Romagnoli in. Technically, Handanovic is now lower rated than Alisson, but I'll keep him in for the final anyway. We are going for a Champions League, our 5th trophy of this rebuild, and we're taking on a Barcelona team that somehow managed not to bottle it at Anfield 4-0. Which one of us is going to be taking it home? Romelu Lukaku is going to get it kicked off the Champions League final here in Madrid. Goodness me. Goodness me. Opening up big time here. Dybala's away. Look on the side though. Coutinho! Oh, what an absolute flub and a half that was. How do you not put that away? Coutinho would have been part of this Barcelona team right about now in real life. Could have scored against them in the final. Oh, what an intercept. Oh, but Lukaku and his bloody donkey touch again letting us down. That's a heck of a pass. Oh, and we've kept it going. Here comes Coutinho. This time, surely he can get away. Surely this time. Brought down. Oh, my God. He somehow got caught, but he got fouled in the box. Stepping up to take it, Mauro Icardi. And Mauro Icardi slotting it. How about that? We lead 1-0 in the Champions League final of 2019. Well, it's good to see Coutinho is still screwing over Barcelona, even in this timeline. Wins the penalty, and through it, we lead 1-0. Up the middle, up the middle. Delayed, 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 delayed. Near post. Oh, off of the post. Oh, my God, what a finish from Paulo Dybala. Great run. The defender is on him covering the other side of the goal. So we just smash it up into the top left-hand corner. Technically right-hand corner. That is so upper echelon. It's ridiculous. What a goal. 2-0 lead in the final. Bringing off Banega for Frankie de Jong, a man who was about his business in 2019. Oh my God. You are kidding me, Lukaku's touches. They have translated so brilliantly in the old FIFAs. Oh, missed on that challenge. Yeah, Suarez is so away right here. And he's blown it wide. Their one chance. Their only chance to get back into the game. We brought out Handanovic, and that was clutch. Time is up, and that is it. The final is won. Had Suarez scored that last chance, maybe they would have had an opportunity, but no, they don't get it. And we will take home our first Champions League title of the rebuild. Icardi and Dybala. We used to have so many Brazilians in this team. We've stuck with the South American trend. We have got the Argentinians now going crazy for Inter Milan. And Milan Skriniar will be the one to lift up the Champions League trophy. There we go. That is a 4th Champions League title for Inter Milan throughout their history. Can we get to 5? Can we get to 6? With a team this good, I think it's possible. We've got 5 seasons left, so 5 possible more Champions Leagues to win. I don't know if we're going to win 6 in a row, but hey, we'll stay optimistic. Let's go over to FIFA 20. In terms of the outs this season for Inter, there weren't many. There were like kind of maybe, I don't know. You've got Perisic being loaned away to Bayern Munich for a little bit, but he came back, obviously. Miranda did leave on a free to go to China, but we're still holding on to him, even though he cannot get a game at all. Our list of centre-backs is just absolutely just outrageous, man. And it's only going to get even better because Diego Godin joined Inter for a free. And I mean, for a free, why not just add on another one? But it's insane now. Look at the bench. We've got an 85 and 83 rated centre-back who can't even get a start, Pepe's not even on the bench anymore. They also brought in Alexis Sanchez on a loan, as well as Romelu Lukaku, who came from Manchester United for like 74 million, but of course we already picked him up way back. I am going to recreate two other signings though, and that is going to be Nicolo Barella that they signed from Cagliari, and also Christian Eriksen they signed from Tottenham. So we've now got an 87 rated Eriksen in the midfield. The team is probably the best it's ever looked, and this is prior to winning, or, you know, after winning a Champions League, should I say. Just an ungodly amount of talent. We've got a few players I'm going to sell here. We've got Rodrigo Palacio, 37. We'll get rid of him. Juan Jesus can probably go, as well as Benassi and Laxalt. We'll probably just sell all four of those players. Doing that actually takes our budget up to about 80 million, but when the team is as good as it is, God, like, who do we get to improve it? Maybe, if I'm really thinking hard enough, a left winger might not be too bad an idea. We got Coutinho there at the moment, and we know his overall is only going to really go down from here. And here's who I'm looking at. We could make a huge play for Neymar if we have the money, but probably not going to happen. The team is too important for him to sell. Maybe another Brazilian left winger in Vinicius Jr. Never signed him in one of these rebuilds before, so could go for him. 79, not going to start yet, but we know he'll get to a high overall soon. Or another option could be Kingsley Coman. Again, it really just comes down to price. Coman's going to be, well, there you go. Apparently not worth selling to Bayern. It's worth 46 mil. Vinicius, however, apparently we could get for 40 million flat, and probably less than that. So I'll probably go for that. Vinicius Jr. then is coming to Inter Milan. As one Brazilian left winger will fall, we have another Brazilian left winger there to pick up the pieces and take his place. All in good time. Anyway, we're going for a 5th straight Serie A title. Can we go for a back-to-back Champions League too? And can we finally, please, make the final of the Coppa Nacional? Unbelievable. Yes, we do get a 5th in a row, and we do it invincible, winning 35 games, right? We are clearly the best team in Italy, but we just can't get to the final of the Coppa Nacional. We go 38 games in the league. We don't lose one. The only game that we lose will be, of course, in the Cup. I also suppose technically that is a lie. We lost the second game this season. It was to Bayern, and it was, unfortunately, in the round of 16 of the Champions League. So we do get a 5th straight, like, Serie A title, but we cannot do anything else in any other competition. I don't understand. I really can't get how we haven't at least made a final. One final of the bloody goddamn Coppa Nacional. I swear if we go the whole rebuild and this trophy eludes us, it will be hilarious. But anyway, FIFA 21. For some pretty big money, Mauro Icardi left for PSG, about 50 million euros. And with that money, they brought in Arturo Vidal, who honestly, I'm actually not going to bring in. Instead, I'm going to go for Hakimi, who they bought for 40 million from Real Madrid. I actually honestly completely blanked on the fact that he used to play for Inter at one point. I know that's bad. That's why I went and I bought a whole ass Di Maria to play at right wing, when I'm like, oh my God, we could just hang on to Hakimi. But it's kind of all right, you know, because Coutinho's down to an 83 overall. I've literally moved Di Maria to the left-hand side. Vinicius is still only an 80 flat overall, but I'm sure next season he will get the start. I have actually gone through and counted the amount of players we have in the team that are above an 80 overall. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 28 players we have at an 80 or higher. At this point, I don't even care if we flub Serie A and we don't even make the Champions League final. I just want the Coppa Nacional, just one. Well, we get off to a good start at least. Anyway, we win the Serie A once again, 6 in a row. We have absolutely just run riot on this league in Italy. We still can't make the Coppa Nacional, the Coppa Italia. It still won't happen. We lose in the quarterfinals to Atalanta, and we will not make another appearance in the Champions League final either. So what is going on? We are really going to go an entire 10-year rebuild without winning this Italian domestic cup. It's just, oh, I can't take much more of this, lads. God damn it. We have 3 seasons left to get it. FIFA 22. Pretty bloody profitable month in terms of transfers for Inter this time around. They sold Lukaku to Chelsea for 113 million euros, and also sold Hakimi to PSG for about 68 million. God damn, that's some pretty good money, but Lukaku is still the best striker we have alongside Martinez, so he can stay. They also brought in some fairly decent players as well, like Denzel Dumfries they got in, Edin Dzeko they signed as well. And honestly, I'm probably just not going to go for them for a couple of reasons, but really, I just don't think we need them or they suit the team. However, I will go for one player they got for a free, which was Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He is 83 rated. He goes immediately onto the bench, and he'll probably push for the starting midfield, you know, in a season or two. Vinicius Jr. is also up to an 84 overall, and he is now in the starting 11 too. We still have quite a considerable amount of money, and I may as well spend it on someone, even though, again, the whole team is almost all 80 rated. In fact, the only players we have below an 80 overall are Nangolan right here, Shaqiri, and Kondogbia. I've transfer listed them all. Let's get them sold off. And now that they have been sold off, look at this. The entire starting 11 is now 80 rated, plus the bench, plus the reserves. Not a single player below an 80. I noticed that we don't have a reserve striker, so maybe I'll go for a striker. I was kind of thinking of going for Julian Alvarez, but he's actually on loan, so I don't think we can buy him. I don't think, yeah, of course not. That's fine though, because my other option is Alexander Isak, and we will definitely have the money for him. Well, that will be him then, joining Inter Milan, and probably just on the bench most likely. Yeah, Icardi 81, Isak 82, so he might get some more game time than expected. We're going for Serie A title number 7. We're going for Champions League number 2. We're going for the Coppa Italia number 1. We still have a game left to go, but Inter Milan are going to win another Serie A title. We've won 7 Serie A titles. We might finally win a first Coppa Italia. Oh my God, how long did that take? Finally, we're here. But that isn't the only final we've made. We're in another Champions League final too, so we're going for a treble. And it's once again Barcelona we face. But before we go for the European Championship, we are focusing all our attention on the Coppa Italia. I've got to be dreaming, right? I mean, pinch me, as if we finally made it here. It took all the way to 2022 to get here. Thank God we get to play it in the San Siro as well, and in a personal favorite Inter Milan kit of mine as well. We did not finally make it here to bloody bugger it up and lose. We have got to get it, please, for my sanity. Slip him in. Tight. And goal into the near post. Lautaro Martinez scores at the near post. He may be stinky for Argentina, but for Inter, he is undeniable. Just evades the tackle, puts us in front. And we should be able to work this one away, which we do comfortably. All right, then. Come on. This is good. We have the lead. We got to hold. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior goes on a crazy solo run to make it 2. Oh my God, he's done 2 defenders, and that is too easy. To make it 2-0, the number 2-0. How many more times can I make this? I don't know, bro, but it looks like we are going to win this Coppa Italia. Or are we? Oh, or are we? Karma. That was very close. We got Lukaku at the back. Find him. He's a big, tall man. Oh, come on, mate. That should be a gimme for you. We're in stoppage time. They win the header. It is still going to stay in play, but it will not matter. It's gobbled up by Alisson, and it is finally, at last, like 8-9 seasons in, finally, the first Coppa Italia. We've been all about the Argentinians and the Brazilians. Well, an Argentine and a Brazilian finally score for us in the final. I didn't think we would ever see it, but here it is. Milan Skriniar, he will hoist up the Coppa Italia. Finally. Oh my goodness. And with this win, ladies and gentlemen, the treble is still alive. Can we do it? Let's settle. Let's go again. It's so good to finally win that Coppa Italia, but now we go for the big one. The one that'll hopefully wrap up the glory and the treble, the Champions League final. Of course, it had to be Barcelona again. We took care of business the last time. How about this time, now that they are, well, I'm pretty confident, Messi-less? What a team we have put together. It deserves, I think, a treble. Let's go out and get it. Barcelona to kick it off with no Messi and with probably not as strong team as the last one that we faced, the 2019 one, out wide. Look at the space. Oh my God, they're just going to let him charge in. Why would you allow that? How could you possibly allow Vinicius Jr. that much time and space? He scores in a second final in a row. Xavi's pulling his hair out, but we'll take it. Now we're in a real big spot of bother, actually. Oh, I don't like this. Not too much. Oh, yep. God damn it, we can't even stop the simple cutback. That lead lasted absolutely F all time. Record F all time. Oh, look at this though. Hello, once again, they've allowed a lot of space for a winger. Di Maria can go all the way in, or we can. Oh, I shouldn't have been selfish, or unselfish technically. And once again, look at this. They're just letting De Jong go. Lukaku at the back stick. We're going to try to find him. We will find him, and he'll get the goal this time. He did. Wow, backflips. Lukaku. All right, sweet. I didn't know he had that in the locker. Had a similar chance in the Coppa Italia final. That is a perfect ball to him, and oh, great header. What a nice way to respond right before the half. We're going into the break now in the lead off the back of that goal. Big fan of the delivery. Look who's on it again. Off the woodwork. He's down. No one can get a shot off. I don't like this. This is not good. Slide. Oh, why did I do that? Cut back. No, they've equalized right at the end. Oh, Mikel Merino in the 90th minute. Slid to block the shot, and again, not sticking in front of Mikel Merino. Went to try to slide to get it, couldn't get it. Unless we go right up the other end straight away and score, I don't think we're going to get time. Oh, as if we have to go to extra time. It could have been over by now. Oh no, we stuck the tackle, but it doesn't go anywhere. No way! Oh my God, we land the tackle. It just bounces off his shin. Barcelona take the lead. We stuck the tackle. No reward. Did what you're supposed to do, and what happens? He just falls on his ass and allows him to keep going. We need to pull out an equalizer from nowhere. We've got 15 minutes left, or it could be over. Who's going to be the hero? Who can save us? Get that fucking ball off of him. Oh my God, he wins the free kick. With numbers. Don't let him. Come on. Look to the right. We got Dybala. So fingertip save. I wanted him to take a touch. He kind of looked like he was going to, but then he just hit it first time. We need a hero. We need a big man in Lukaku. He's, I don't think, going to get on the end of it. It loops up. It's cleared away. No one want to get there. Why is the captain running away from the ball? I think that's gonna do it now. It's over. Oh my God. What in the hell was Milan Skriniar doing? It was running to get back. Mate, game fucking awareness. Unbelievable. We have taken the L in the Champions League final. There will not be a treble. Barcelona take it out. Guru, that is tough. That is frustrating, but it is what it is, I suppose. We've only got 2 more seasons left. Let's head over to the penultimate season, FIFA 23. Again, a lot of free transfers away from Inter Milan this season, like Alexis Sanchez leaving to Marseille. Ivan Perisic actually left to go to Tottenham. And the only real, probably somewhat decent players they brought in were Henrik Mkhitaryan, and I don't think I'll go for him. And the other one is actually Andre Onana. And honestly, yes, good goalkeeper, but probably won't even go for him, honestly. Because we've already got Alisson, 89. We've got Maignan, an 87 rated backup. And Handanovic, despite being, how old? 37, is still 83 as a reserve keeper. Icardi dropping down to a 78 means we no longer have an 80 or higher rated team anymore. But it still looks absolutely sublime. I'm hopeful we can get to another Champions League final to make up for what happened last season. This exact same team made all the cup finals last season and won the league. I hope it should be able to do it again. Yes, another league title. Unbelievable. We are doing what Juventus did in real life, winning all these titles in a row. We're going to fail to win the Coppa Italia after making a second final in a row. And we will not make the Champions League final either. So again, we just keep winning the league. We're back to what we were doing before. We win the league, we bottle the cups. But either way, that is it for FIFA 23. We now roll over to the final season of the rebuild. One last chance for some silverware. Can we get that second Champions League title in FC 24? This team, ladies and gentlemen, is the real-life Inter Milan side. As you can see, we've held on to a fair few names from real life to this season, like Bastoni, Barella, Calhanoglu, of course Martinez. It's not bad. Of course it isn't. It just won Serie A, for crying out loud. And this is the Inter Milan side, which we have rebuilt over 10 seasons. A simply insane assortment of talent right here, with new names even now getting into the starting 11, like Bastoni, who has now made it into the team. He's into the side. Bloody Berardi is now up to an 85, so he starts now suddenly. Lukaku and Martinez still there, and the highest rated player, equal highest rated player, is Vinicius Jr., who we picked up a few seasons ago. Taking it on down into the substitutes, you see high quality everywhere. You see the reserves looking fantastic as well. It is a stacked team, and there's a reason why we're going for like a 9th Serie A title. Oh, and by the way, they also added in Jan Sommer this season, and so I've decided to go and do that as well, since Handanovic is no longer in the game. But this is it then, people. One final season left to simulate. Can we get one more Champions League? Can we go to 9 league titles? How do we wrap up the rebuild? Well, we've only got like 2 games left to play, but look at the gap. Again, we get it. 9 in a row. How many did Juventus win in a row before they finally stuffed it up? Was it not 9-2? We are now equal with Juventus for insane runs in the league. Our pain and misery in the Coppa Italia continues, losing another final after we finally start making them. And in the Champions League, dumped out by, of course, the undefeated, or actually no, not undefeated Leverkusen, because we did beat them in the second leg, but it wasn't enough. How in the hell did this team only get 1 Champions League and only 1 Coppa Italia? Who knows, but what is undeniable is that we have absolutely dominated Serie A. We have taken home 9 Scudettos, for crying out loud. What a rebuild, what a team. It's a shame it didn't quite translate into more Champions Leagues, but we have taken over Italy and we have won a total of 11 trophies, 9 league titles. Hope you've enjoyed it, people. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, of course, if you are indeed new. Let me know in the comments what other teams you would like me to do a 10-year rebuild with, if you have any. Thank you all again for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out this one as well.